Hi guys, it's Megan Rose from the Philippines, coming back to you for another tutorial on how to bead this fish keychain here. So this fish has 9 rows to it. We're gonna start with the snout part, going sideways up until we reach the tail. This is approximately 3.5 inches long. So for this project, we're gonna need the following materials. We're gonna need some Nylon Monoline String that is 050 mm. We're gonna need some chalk beads or acrylic rough beads that are 6 mm in size of the 3 colors of your choice. Plus, we're gonna need 1 black bead for the eye. So I'm gonna use this one. Since this is a keychain, we're also gonna need some keyring with some chains on it and a jump ring to connect it to the snout part of the fish. Then some scissors to cut the string and the pliers to connect it. So that's all the materials that we're gonna need for this project. Okay guys, so now we're ready to start with our project. You need to cut your string for about 1 meter, and that will be enough for the whole of this project. Hold your string wherein the first end is on your right hand and the other end is on your left. So we're gonna start by making a cluster of 5 for the first row. So put 4 beads. This is the first bead that you're gonna use, or the first color. So I'm using pink. Put 4 beads on the right string, and then you're gonna silicop with 1 bead. This is a term wherein you take your right string going sideways or going left with just 1 bead, and your left string going to the right. Align the ends and then slide that 1 bead so that it will go to the remaining of the beads, making a cluster of 5. So that is the first cluster and the first row. So now we're gonna continue on. So we're still gonna use pink. Put 4 beads on the right string. And then we're gonna silicop with 1 bead. So now we have made a cluster of 6 for the second row. We're gonna take our left string and we're gonna insert it to the adjacent 1 bead next to the cluster of 6 so that our string is coming out this way. We're gonna turn our work. So now this is the right string and this is the left one. Here's where we're gonna put the eyes. So first put 2 beads on the right string. And then we're gonna put the black one on the left. And then we're going to silicop with 1 bead. Okay? So now that is the second cluster for the second row, which is also a cluster of 6. So it should look like this. Okay? Okay guys, so to continue on, I forgot to mention that your left and right string should somehow be of equal length. So we're gonna work on the third row now. Using our second color, we're gonna put 4 beads on the right string. So I'm using orange for this, for our second color. Put 4 beads on the right string and then silicop with an orange bead so that we can form the first cluster of 6 for the third row. Take your left string, insert it to the adjacent 2 beads, which is the black and the pink one, so that we can form another cluster of 6. So now it should come out from 3 beads. Put 2 beads on the right string and then silicop with an orange bead to form the second cluster of 6. Take your left string, insert it to 1 adjacent pink beads. Turn your work. And here's where we're gonna make the last cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right string, 1 bead on the left, And then we're gonna silicone with the orange bead. So now we have 3 clusters of 6 for the third row. Then we're gonna start the fourth row with a cluster of 5. So we're gonna put 3 beads on the right string. So use your third color. For me, it's gonna be a white bead. And then silicone with 1 bead, 1 white bead. So that is 3 on the right string, and then silicone with a white bead to form the cluster of 5. Okay? Take your left string, insert it to 2 adjacent beads that are both orange. Here's we're gonna make a cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right string, which are white, and then silicone with 1 white bead. To form the second cluster, which is a cluster of 6, take your left string and insert it to 2 adjacent beads. Put 2 white beads on the right string, and then silicone with a white bead. So this is the fourth row. Take your left string, insert it to 1 adjacent bead. And here's we're gonna form another cluster of 5. Turn your work. Put 2 beads on the right string. And then silicone with a white bead. So that's gonna be the fourth row with 4 clusters. There are 2 clusters of 6 in between 2 clusters of 5. Okay? Okay guys, so to continue on, our string should be coming out from this 1 bead here. So to form the 5th row, we're gonna take our left string first, insert it to 1 adjacent white bead. Here's we're gonna form 3 clusters of 6 for the 5th row. So take your first color, which is pink for me. Put 3 beads on the right string. And then silicone with 1 pink bead to form the first cluster of 6. Take your left string, insert it to 2 adjacent white beads. Form another cluster of 6 by putting 2 beads on the right and silicone with a pink bead. There's your second cluster of 6. Take your left string, insert it to 2 adjacent white bead, and then turn your work. So here is where we're gonna put the third cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right string and then silicone with a pink bead. Should look like this. So take your left string, insert it to 1 adjacent pink bead. Here's where we're gonna make the 6th row. So using the second color, for me it is orange. Put 3 beads on the right string, and then silicone with a orange bead to form a cluster of 6. So there's gonna be 2 clusters of 6. Take your left string, insert it to 2 adjacent pink beads, and then turn your work. So to make the second cluster of 6, we're gonna put 2 beads on the right string, and then silicone. Okay? So it should look like this for now. So to continue on, since our string is coming out from this bead here, we're just going to take the left string, insert it to one adjacent bead, and we're gonna work on our 7th row, which is just one cluster of 6 in white. So here is where we're gonna put 2 beads on the right string, 1 bead on the left, and then silikop with 1 white bead. Okay, so there is our 1 cluster of 6 for row 7. Turn your work, and for cluster 8, we're gonna make 2 clusters of 6. So using our first color, which is pink, we're gonna put 4 beads on the right string, and then we're gonna silikop with a pink bead, forming the first cluster of 6 for the 8th row. Take your left string, insert it to that one adjacent white bead, turn your work. So here's we're gonna form another cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right string, one bead on the left, and then we're going to silikop with 1 pink beads. So now our string should be coming out from this bead here for the 2nd cluster of 6. So here's where we're gonna form our last row, which is the 9th row, using an orange bead. So we're gonna put a cluster of 5 first. So put 3 beads on your right string, and then silikop with the orange bead. This last row has 3 clusters to it. Take your left string, insert it to 2 adjacent pink beads. Here's we're gonna form a cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right, and then silikop with a orange bead. Take your left string and insert it to 1 adjacent bead. Here's we're gonna form the last cluster, which is a cluster of 5. So here we're just going to silikop in 3 orange beads. So we're just going to silikop on all of the 3 beads. And then we're going to fasten off. So take your first string first, insert it inwards to the made up piece. Take the other one, insert it inwards, and then tighten as you go. So here's we're gonna insert first string first. Just 1 string first, insert it through a series of beads for about 3 to 4 inches to make it sturdy and so that it wouldn't be pulled out easily. You don't need to knot it. You just need to do this to secure the item. So just insert it through a series of beads for as long as you can. So since the string has turned this way, you can just cut it slanted and then try again. So that's what you're gonna do with both of the strings. Then afterwards, cut it. Okay guys, so now I'm just in the process of inserting the second string into a series of beads to fasten it off or to secure it. Then afterwards, after inserting it, I can just cut it, and then I'm gonna show you how to put the keyring on it. So just cut it like this, and then you're going to take your ring, your keyring with a chain, and your jump ring. What you're gonna do is you're going to open up the jump ring, insert it to the snout part of the fish, and then put the chain on the jump ring, and then just close it, twist it a bit to close it, and now you have a keychain that you can use or you can sell. So this is our finished product, and this is the last bits of the tutorial for today on how to bead this fish keychain. I hope that you enjoyed working on them as much as I enjoyed teaching them to you. All of the information about this project is gonna be on the description box below, and more will be on my blog, which is conchiliera.blogspot.com. I'm gonna try to make a written pattern for this and put it there along with some pictures and diagrams. So that's it from me. Happy beading, everyone.